And Are You Okay is a not safe for work podcast, so any young listeners are discouraged from continuing. However, we literally have no way to track that, so do whatever the hell you want and enjoy the show.
Who wants that?
No one wants that. No one wants that. I'll tell you what people do want, though.
What do they want?
They want an Asajj Ventress show. Give us an Asajj Ventress show. I just want the whole thing. I don't want a 3-episode like mini series. I don't want like, you know how when you go to like Wendy's or McDonald's or even Taco Bell now and they're like, hey, do you want this like 3-piece? No, I want the 10-piece. I want give me the whole thing. I'm asking for like
enough of edging our outer rim, you know?
Oh, dude, first off,
you know, like
that might be the name of the episode, like right off the bat, because like how do we not? Yeah. And you may be hearing giggling in the background. We'll get to that.
She's here to ruin some things.
She's here to ruin things. You're listening to And Are You Okay?
A Star Wars podcast.
A Star Wars podcast.
A Star Wars
joined
podcast.
by the Qui-Gon Mitchell. Thank you.
Yay!
The Qui-Gon Mitchell and Stormtrooper Dejeen of the Star Wars podcasting scene.
Wow.
And we're joined by a lady. Some might call her the one who jumps over backwards hurdling people in the Star Wars scene. And it's crazy because she just be doing that and she doesn't even need tight ropes to be doing it.
Not the Saquon reference. I love it.
Rae the Ruiner has joined us again on the cover of Annie, Are You Okay? I'm just going to replace the album art with a big old picture of her face. I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like there's no in it. But my better half, Rae, welcome back to the podcast.
What's up?
So excited. Happy to have you here.
Happy to be here.
It's been since the Ahsoka coverage, which I think is over a year ago now. Damn. So, you know,
we about to be in season 2 of Ahsoka.
It's coming. But yeah, so we're here to cover Tales of the Underworld. We decided to do this one first because it's most recent and we'll eventually get to Tales of the Empire, or we'll just keep joking that we're going to get to Tales of the Empire because
running bit, baby.
You know, we love our
part
bits here.
2 of something with Trav you guys are doing, right?
Oh, yeah, Visions part 2.
Well, that'll just be all Visions Volume 3. We'll bring that joke back.
Start calling it Blind Part 1 because we're never going to do it. You can't see it.
Well, I mean, Matt, you have dubbed this the edging of the Outer Rim, but we are also guarding the Outer Rim. I have
lockdown corners, baby.
Yeah, of the Star Wars podcasting scene. Before we dive in to talk about everything, I just want to, I guess, this is the second week. Oh my God, I'm blanking so hard on all my things that I'm supposed to say.
Because you're so excited. Because
I'm very excited. That's okay.
Star Wars does that to people. Star Wars does
we know it's not your first choice, but we are potentially your second choice because we're the Star Wars vibe check here in the Star Wars podcast.
First is the worst, second is the best. What?
That's
what
right.
Talking about? Come on.
Come find out about me and shoot the Beskar chest. Bam.
I was wondering where he was going.
Rest in peace, Carl Weathers.
Oh, bars.
Because he had it in his pocket. Yeah,
I look, brother.
That's right.
Double entendre. Don't ask him how. You asking yourself how, brother. Just let it happen. Do you want to know what the secret sauce of the double entendre? Don't ask me how. Would you like to know what the secret is, Mikey?
Tell me about it. Talk to me.
It's that there isn't a double entendre for them to be able to ask you about.
Well, you leave them wondering.
Go ahead and ask the question. Go ahead, because I feel like you're about to catch it.
I thought there always was a double entendre.
Exactly, because there's not a double entendre. That's the double entendre.
Oh my
so
God.
Don't ask me how.
The sauce. That means that we can put it on everything. I got it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, now that we're done talking about our condiment structure of our segments here, why don't we
condiments? I have kids.
Double entendre.
Don't ask you how.
Ask him how. Okay,
He gets it.
I get it. I got it. We're in here. We're good. We're in there like underwear. Okay. All right.
Underworld.
So we're gonna Underworld. Oh my God. There, double entendre.
Oh
Don't
God.
ask her.
Bars. That's why she's here. That's why she gets the big bucks.
I knew I shouldn't have reunited the gray hoodie gang for this, but
You already know.
here we are.
Look,
And
we
you're not wearing gray hoodies.
we
You
even
guys-
coordinated not wearing gray hoodies.
It's
Not
a little
only
fucked
that,
up.
she got on a black shirt. I got on a white tank.
shirt.
Look,
This is
balance, baby, balance.
you guys are something else. I don't know. I don't know about you two.
What are you wearing, Mikey? Salmon.
I'm repping our good friend Jeremy. And
I love Jeremy. I take back the sarcasm. Oh, what are you wearing? Salmon? Oh, you look so good, bro. You look so
it's
good.
lavender, actually.
Even better. Purple's my favorite color, so I'm here. Shout outs to
All
Jeremy.
right. Shout out to Jeremy.
How do you miss someone that you don't know? You know,
I can't wait for you guys to meet someday.
it's gonna be the greatest day.
You'll meet him, and then you'll be friends, and then you'll burn bright, Matthew.
I only knew you here, and now I know you there, and we're here. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
All right, Saw Gerrera impressions aside, why don't we hyper dive right into this thing? We're going to be talking about the first 3 episodes of Tales of the Underworld, specifically covering Asajj Ventress's story. And, you know, we're going to do it in the format we've been doing it by hitting the sounder on our good old favorite segment, the good, the bad, and the Ugnaught.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. I have spoken.
Wow. Go ahead, Rachel. Do it.
Oh, what?
Good. Wow. There we go.
Sorry, I was
what I'm talking
refreshing my. I was looking over my notes.
There we go. Oh, she said we're ready. She said the intro's done.
She said I'm
cooking
in.
now.
She said you hit all the sounders. Okay, let's go. All right, so first episode that we got, A Way Forward. You know what? I'm going to hand it off to you, Matt, to give us your good, and then we'll see where it takes us from there.
All right, so I'm gonna have to pivot a little bit because I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. When you told me we were doing it in like 3 segments,
didn't rewatch the episode.
No, I did. I thought we were doing like good, bad, ugly for each character, not each episode.
Yeah, I did for each episode. My bad.
Okay, gotcha. No, we're good. We'll figure it out. I don't be knowing what in what episode anyway, so it works. It's on brand. But I will just go because this actually is on par the good for the first episode. Seeing the Night Sister magic in all of its glory. You got to see resurrections. Once was dead, now not. Enemies become friends. Friends becomes anyone richer for the journey. I just thought that was dope.
That's the theme of this like 3 episodes, honestly.
1000%. I just thought that was fire. That we've always been wondering how she came back to life, or like, did she really die? They said she died, but did she die? She did die, and we got to see how she came back. And it was glorious. And I loved every second of it. And I loved that spirit world. I don't know where that was, the ancestral plane, but it was fire. And I liked it.
It was definitely on Dathomir, but you're right. It was like a different plane of existence because we had a bunch of Night Sisters popping up, and it was really interesting. I will say this is like a weird aesthetic thing that bothered the fuck out of me, but the Night Sister magic used to be like lime green. And now it's like this ethereal, like Lord of the Rings, dead, like ghost looking
1000% ring wraith green.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, both great colors, but I don't like that they changed.
No, I feel you. But just seeing all that, like, because, you know, we got Marin who be going crazy in the video games, but we don't ever really get to see the magic in all its glory in TV. And now we have. And
maybe in Ahsoka season 2. Rae, any thoughts on the Night Sister resurrection?
Yeah, it leads into my bad.
Oh, we can.
Because I'm here to ruin it. But do you want me to go with my good?
Yeah, hit us with your good, and then we'll cover it. We'll come back.
I love how we go through the entire episode. We obviously know who Asajj is. We go through the entire episode, and when she finally introduces herself to the kid at the very end, her introduction is, "I probably killed a few people you cared about." Fucking savage. Not Savage, savage.
Savage. I see what you did there.
I just like it's so Ventress, like literally doesn't introduce herself the whole time, and when she does, it's like, yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah. FYI, like some things that might come up about me later that will affect how you feel.
Just a little questionable.
Let's get in front of it now. Let's get in front of it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I love that line. So that was my good.
I'm gonna play off that a little bit. My good was similar, not exactly the same, but I just love how much, like, you can tell Asajj has grown personally, but she's still as rough around the edges as she's always been. So Star Wars having like kind of like that morally gray character with substance makes the universe that much more richer. I feel like we usually have characters that just like lean one way or the other, or they even will take a character who's gray and push them so far to like one area where it's like Book of Boba Fett, for example, right? It took Boba, who was like more of a, like, I would say like less gray, more bad, and made him like way more like of a good character in the end of things. And that's not like a bad thing. Like, you can see the character growth, but I just don't think Asajj is ever going to be outwardly like a good person. She is like, she makes up for her wrongs in some ways, but she just isn't like ever going out of her way to help people. I think she just helps the people who like come across her path. Oh, the path.
I see what she did there.
Maybe that's the connection. But since Ray's like bad was hopping off of your good, Matt, I was gonna say, why don't we jump into it? Ray, tell us what you think about it. Yeah.
So I feel like need some context. So freaking, they need to just do Dark Disciple. Like, you just did the end of it. Just do the whole goddamn thing. I want to see Dark Disciple. And you know, that whole story is so intense and sad and traumatic and all that stuff. And then we, you know, get her back. So it's this big built up, like, oh my God, how is she back? Because they said Disciples canon and blah, 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 blah. So I feel like the resurrection felt a little sloppy and not like fully fleshed out. And it's not, it's not. And here's the thing. So I don't 100% love the way that they explained her return, but they did it enough. They like, I'm happy she's back. So I'm like, they did it good enough, but
enough is the word.
Yeah. And of course, like, it had to be, I mean, if she's going to resurrect, it has to be Night Sister magic. Like, that's the best way to do it. It just felt so, like, I almost wish there was more to it in this episode. Like, I just like, because it was just so quick. It was just like, oh, you can go into, you know, back into the world of the living, but like, you know, at what cost? Like, your heart's one desire or whatever. I mean, like, a little cheesy, whatever. But then she steps out. So it's like, in my head, that makes it sound like it's sacrificing Quinlan for her life, which this new Asajj would never do that. And clearly that's not the case, because like, Quinlan is still alive. So it's just like, okay, so now what was the cost? And you know, Mike, I know that you have your theory that you and I kind of like talked about, which I do like. I just wish that like we knew it as fact and not like your theory that kind of made the story better, in my opinion. But ultimately, it was hard to find a bad. So my bad is just that I wish they had done it better, but I'm like, okay with it.
Yeah. I was going to say, Clever.
I was going to say, my bad is really similar to this. So if you want me to just kind of like say my piece, and then Matt, I would love to hear like all of your thoughts around it. I just don't like how few details we have on the conditions of like her coming back to life. Like, and I do think that like I told Ray, like, I headcanoned a little bit of the fact that like maybe it's one of those things where her story is on a collision course with Quinlan, and when they do finally meet, like, Quinlan is going to lose his life, which is why she's keeping her distance from him. But that's not like explicitly given to us as like context. We just see her step out, and I feel like we're robbed by this story being shortened to 3 episodes without a resolution. So I don't, like I said, like, it's a great story and I do enjoy it, but that piece of it specifically, like, really stuck out to me as something that I'm just like, they keep introducing Asajj into other Star Wars stories, but not giving us the full story of
how did
Asajj.
you get here?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I'm just like, what's it going to take for us
they're really
to, like,
edging her.
get her story?
Edging that OuterRim, baby. Like, Disney going Disney.
But yeah, Matt, if you have any like extra thoughts, like lean in or hit us with your bad.
That was legit just what I was gonna say. Like when they said like, oh yeah, if you come back to life, you know, got to give up the blah blah blah. I was just like, this seems like mad loophole. Like what if she runs into? Like what if she runs into him accidentally? It's like, oh, I didn't go seek him out.
Yeah,
it's like it legit. It's funny that y'all had said that because I felt that way too, but I was just like, that's just me being over analytical. But yeah, when she like stepped out back to life, my man's was still 10 feet away down the road. She could have just been like, yeah, I'm back. I can't come see you. I'm back. I'm back. Like I felt like, yeah, like it seemed that like, I don't know, like some time should have passed till she like fully came out the girl. But it seemed like when she was coming back, my man's was like right there. Yeah. It was like, he ain't feel that breeze. Like, you know, when you ain't feel that gust of wind behind you, like just turn around. Like, but yeah, I did.
Turn around. Asajj is right there. She's a little bit wet, but you can go see her. Just kidding. You're probably gonna die in like 4 or 5 episodes.
I was about to say, how you gonna rhyme that word? I was like, but I did feel myself going like, oh, that's it?
Yeah.
No, okay, cool. All right, bet. But my bad. I'm sick and tired of the dilution of the Inquisitors. Like, we keep getting all these damn Inquisitorius that we didn't know about.
What is this? Is this 38th brother?
This the 89th. This the 89th cousin, bro. I don't give a fuck about.
It's cousin.
Yes, it's cousin. I'm ready for cousin to be introduced to the Inquisitorius.
Well, he's dead,
bro.
so
like zombie cousin. Yeah, it's gonna be reincarnated. You know, they got necromancer, bro. We can bring him back. Yeah, but I'm like, dog, we keep getting all these Inquisitors. I don't care that y'all make them look a little kind of nifty, like. I don't care. This one looked like some shit that comes out of your limp trap in the dryer.
His mask looked like an owl that was like run over or something. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, so that species very much looks like that.
That's a species?
Like face.
Yeah, I thought he had a mask on.
No, he was wearing a helmet. But he does. But you can see there's like a cutout of it, and like you see his face behind the mask. So
I thought the whole thing was a mask.
I'll look it up and send it to you guys. But no, not the whole thing. Just he has like an eye cut out for himself.
Yeah, well,
true. Because they're just cannon fodder at this point, right?
Which is what pisses me off, because it's like they lead you to believe that these are Vader's hand-picked people to fuck shit up in the galaxy. Like, you know, he's taking his baths, his chamomile baths. So I'm just like, bro, like, y'all keep one is like, why are you calling them like third sister, fourth brother? These sounds like titles that need to be earned. Like they sound like, you know, like it's a 401k plan attached to this, bro. Yeah. Like this shit, it sounds like a hierarchy, like a ranking, like general, bro. They just giving it, anybody can get the title now, it seems. Fucking fluffy owl face guy got the title somehow, and he was trash. Like, he got his ass kicked.
By an untrained fucking Padawan. Loser.
Right.
I'm 14th stepdad.
I just need you to know that nickname is staying around forever. Henceforth,
you shall be known.
You shall be known.
14th stepdad. And you will never have peace because of those damn kids.
The responsibility is strong with you.
You are the stepdad who stepped
14th stepdad
That's
is
wild.
fucking hilarious, bro. But yeah, the dilution of this once they Knights of Rend me again, bro. Like cut it out.
They got you good.
Got me good again, bro. Because playing Fallen Order, I always get the fucking names wrong. What's the
Survivor.
first one? Damn it!
It's Fallen Order is the first one. You're right.
Yeah, all right. So I wasn't going to be right.
One.
Got it. So like when I played Fallen Order, I didn't know a lot about the Inquisitors prior to that game. Like, but that game got me super. Like I know about like the ones that we had seen before. I didn't know that there was about 85 of them motherfuckers. So I was just like, oh, these guys are awesome.
You know, like I know that you're like exaggerating, but like
no, I feel like there's 85 of these motherfuckers.
There's so many. They just keep making more of them. So like at some point, you will be. Someone can go back and listen to this episode like 20 years from now, and they'll be like, "Wow, there were 85."
And now there's 200.
Right, bro. They're fucking Pokemon, dog. Like we keep getting new drops every new show, and I think that's what pisses me off. If 2 years from now a notebook ends up on auction that shows that they've had a plan for these Inquisitors this whole time, I'll accept it.
It's gotta be
I feel
good,
like, yeah, I feel like they'd be like, shit, we need a foe for this episode. How many Inquisitors we got left? I don't know. And then they just throw one in there.
They should, and I think the thing is that it's like it's okay to bring in an Inquisitor that we already know and have them fail at killing Asajj, but they don't have to die. They don't have to die.
They
you know
die.
what I mean? Like,
bro, every time an Inquisitor shows up in an animated show, I know death is soon to follow.
hell, even in a live action show, Marok lasted all of 3 seconds.
Facts. Yes, but
you remember when we all thought that
someone?
like he was gonna be someone, and it's nothing.
all of the damn Inquisitor family, they got the look, they got the weapon. Some of them got the charisma. Thought that they would be heavy hitters. And I feel like in a world where well, not anymore, because like look where we've been. But we used to always complain about having really strong new characters. Like stop relying on the same people. You had a whole army of step siblings that you could have made like really awesome ass bad guys. Like it could have been on some fucking the Indigo League type time of Star Wars. Like you just got to beat all the siblings until you get the Vaders. Yeah, beat all the gym leaders until you get the Vader, bro. Like that could have been it. That's a whole show right there. But no, they keep getting pimped out by the man. And I'm sick of it. For all the people who ask questions and were inquisitive growing up, you make us feel bad.
That's the real Inquisitorious.
Right. Dang. Representation. Where are all the curious kids? How are we supposed to feel good about ourselves?
Not good.
I mean, listen, curiosity killed the cat, Matt. So
apparently so. And it killed the 14th stepdad too, bro. Apparently so. Oh God. That shit. That makes me like, yo, because it's like there's no suspension of disbelief. There's no, oh shit, they in trouble now. I'm like, oh, light work. This training day right here, bro. Yeah, so many. Where have I seen this before? Every single time. But yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough. I'm gonna hit you guys with my Ugnaught real quick. I know I said this at the top of it, but just give us an Asajj show, but to Ray's point, just give us Dark Disciple already. Like it's what the people want. People is me, but it's also one of the best Clone Wars arcs. Like we never got to see it animated. There's an appetite for it. Like clearly people love Asajj, and I think there's also a huge contingent of fans that love Quinlan. And Quinlan gets one episode in the Clone Wars. So I IMDb'd that shit. I checked. Same voice actor came back to do just this like small bit part, putting Asajj to rest. And I'm like, would love to have him get to like show his chops and like have her. And I think it's Nikki Futterman or like I'm trying to remember who voices Asajj, but she I just might have, but either way she like crushes it as Asajj, and I would love to like see them get a chance to shine with this new beautiful Stars animation, because I will say, even though the like endless Inquisitors is annoying, it was really great to see another like lightsaber fight in animated Star Wars. Like it was a really good one.
1000%.
That's my Ugnaught.
Even though we knew.
Oh, it was. Talk to me, Founder.
Just the lightsaber part. When all three colors are like what are words? I don't know. Intercepted. Intertwined. Yeah, there we go. Just with Interstellar. Yeah.
No, Marv, stop him, Marv. Don't let him go, Marv.
It was just like a really cool scene with because it was 3 different color ones. So when she's got both of them and then he's going up against her, I don't know. I really liked it enough to write it down.
I was gonna say blue and yellow as a dual wielding lightsaber combo. I think it's the first time I've seen it. Looks pretty fun.
That was definitely aesthetically pleasing
for sure. Matt, you're Ugnaught
show. So even though it was only a montage, and even though nobody ever truly gets out, because we all need family, I liked seeing Asajj get out. Get out of the life. Seeing her just be a security guard, just chilling. With her
she chose it because it's quiet.
Right, yeah. With her spicy, somewhat frenemy coworker. Just living life, yo. I just thought it was really cool. Because I feel like, weirdly, again, she got sucked back in because the Force. But I feel like her acceptance of, I just need to move on, I felt like was kind of like a refreshing change of pace for people who are asked to do something else than what they've always done in these shows. We usually see the characters struggle or fall into the depression, fall into depression or the bottle or things of that nature. But she got her premonition, she got a second lease on life, literally, and it was just if you want to live, you got to do this. And she's like, okay. It sucks, but I got to do it. So yeah, her just making that peace and not getting the itch. Even Ben was getting the itch a little bit, and then things came a knocking. But yeah, just seeing a character who got out of the life actually be at peace with getting out and not regretting said decision or not being able to function. I thought that was cool. I was happy for her.
I think to your point, Matt, too, is that she chooses to help Leica.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's never gotten to choose what she does, So it's cool seeing her gain her autonomy back.
1000%.
I totally agree with that. Anything else you guys want to cover off on that episode before we move on to the second one?
I guess as an honorable mention, Ugnaught, I just love that Leica. He's very Ezra coded. I feel like he's literally like a new Ezra, and it's not a bad thing, but just everything about him is very Ezra-like.
Similar. They're goofy, to an extent. I guess a younger Ezra, I definitely.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. For sure.
Pre the terrible haircut.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
before the bad hair. Yeah, he's cool.
All right, well, let's move on to Friends. I'll hit you guys with my good. The animation, just as beautiful as ever. And I love that we got to see so much versatility due to the cast of characters, right? So whenever Clone Wars would have an ensemble episode with bounty hunters, I thought it was always great. But they really shined in this with Asajj and also getting awesome opportunities to shine. And then just kind of the set piece of what was going on too was really interesting, with the lightning bolts inside the giant balls that go on the Star Destroyers. That was really interesting. But yeah, I just think that animation continues to grow in this direction of just being top notch, feature film level type animation that we're getting on our TV screens every year at this point, right? Because we get a May 4th Tales of drop. So I just want to keep seeing it continue. It looked to me, and I don't know if you guys maybe pay as close attention to it, but to me it felt even a step above the Bad Batch, which I thought was completely breaking new ground for Star Wars animation.
Yeah, no, it looked really good. Really, really good. The fight scenes, everything, the set pieces, stuff that I won't talk about now because it's in things I need to talk about later. But yeah, no, it bro, we keep saying, bro, it seems like this next wave of Star Wars fandom is going to be the animated front. They're just
hell yeah
wrecking shit right now. wrecking it, especially after the next Visions comes out. For like, it's really going to be like locking in.
Yeah, I really can't wait for this one. This upcoming volume 3 of Visions is going to be really fun.
Big facts. Big facts.
All right, Matt, what was your good?
C-21. I love me a good, cool looking droid. Like, he had like his little thingy. He looked like the dinosaur, the spitty dinosaur of Jurassic Park.
And he has such a cool voice. Like, he doesn't, obviously he doesn't talk, but his beeps and boops are really intense.
No, just he's
I was gonna
really
say,
intense,
he's kind of terrifying. Like, when he freaking spins out and shit. Yeah, he's wild.
Yeah, and even without the words, like, I felt like what he was saying was like, oh shit, I better listen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really liked him. Like, I love when we get Star Wars just always finds a perfect time to drop some new droid. Like, when I feel like they've run out of droid designs, they always hit me with some new shit. And it's like, oh, another new one I like.
But believe it or not, he was in. Are you talking about like High Singer, right? Like the
C-21 High Singer. Yeah.
He's in the train heist episode of the Clone Wars where they have to like take the elevator down to that planet, and he does that.
Is that him? Is the same him? Oh shit!
Yeah, but to your point, like. He does that spinny thing, but I think they like show it like a little bit like off camera, like more like the damage being done as opposed to him just like actually being a spinning top and like taking a bunch of shit out at the same time. So
yeah,
it was really cool, and he's super intimidating, just super intimidating.
Yeah, he was intense, and just like the eyes, the everything, the red. I was just like, yeah,
crawling under the thing. What?
Yeah, that's.
I would have hated to be the stormtrooper that found him, dude. That must have sucked.
Stormtroopers,
what a way to go.
Dumb, bro.
They really are.
So many better ways to check shit than the way that they do it. Like, just no. Let me just sit my gun down and check. Like, it's like situational awareness. They're trash. Terrible. But yeah, he's awesome. I like him. A lot. I would love to play him in a game.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
He'd be a dope. His spinny thing would be like his special thing.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Put him in Battlefront 3.
Yes,
Battlefront 3. The people want it. You've been hearing about it.
Hear it.
Ray, how about your good? What was your good from this episode?
So, right along the same line, I don't know her name. I never know the names, but Lots. Her character design is so sick. It's so cool. So sick. Yeah.
Most unique weapon in Star Wars, period.
Yeah, just like everything about like she's got the little like you know, horn type things coming out of her head, but then she's got this like lock of hair that goes in front of the one. Like, just everything about her character design is like so fucking cool. Yeah.
I also like the moment when she's about to get like her head sliced off, but she lets Asajj catch it with like the Force, and it's like, how badass are you that you're like, I know even my acquaintance is gonna ride or die for me.
Yeah, I mean, she even says later, like, you can't trust her, and like, bitch, fucking trusted her. Like, I mean, she knew she needed something from her, but still.
Right, exactly. Like, we gonna die together. Yeah. She actually leads. She's a part of my bad.
Why don't you tell us about it? Unless Ray had more to say about her.
Sure don't.
So I feel like it's y'all, and I don't even feel like I know it's y'all. It's only when the three of us cover Star Wars together that the biggest lapses in logic just show up on my TV screen. It's only when I'm doing shit with y'all.
We know that they're gonna record it together, and
I swear, like, when this happened, I knew that we were all doing this together. I said, of course, this would happen. So when what's her name? Lots. That's her name. Mm-hmm. So when she's 21, and they're all together, and Asajj and Leica are all together, and they're hatching a plan. Lots takes Leica all of 7 feet away from where Asajj is standing and has a let's betray her plan. They literally just moved 2 feet to the left.
I was going to say 7 feet was generous. It wasn't even.
You think because you put your arm around his shoulder, she can't hear you past the sound barrier of the shoulder, bro. I was like, you could still see Asajj in the shot,
watching that,
like, watching them talk. I'm like, what are we doing here, yo? Not even whispering. She said, "Hey, yo, you can't trust her. She'll betray you." Loudest.
That bitch over there.
Yo, that bitch back there.
Meanwhile, High Singer's like a subwoofer.
I will say, as annoying, like I totally agree with that, but I feel like that happens in animated shows so often that it's like I almost like just ignored it because I was like, this is just a thing that animation does, like where it's like, you're like, you can still see the person, they're like, hey, listen, like, fuck them, and it's just like, what'd you say over there? But you're right, I just feel like it's unfortunately not unique here.
Nah,
Rae was like, and I said, hey, what a beautiful time to betray.
Right. You know, right? You know why it's so egregious? Because you're right. In a sitcom, it happens all the time. People have a conversation, they walk out the door, 10 seconds later, people start talking shit. They're still there. They didn't even get out the they're in the living room still, sir. Why I find this so egregious? The shot where they're talking about betraying Asajj and she's 10 feet behind and you can see Asajj in the shot. This show is the fuck animated. Someone chose to digitally create Asajj still being 2 feet behind these people whispering about betraying her. It's not just bad blocking. Someone didn't just lean into the shot by accident. Like
no, jeans guy situation.
Yeah, it wasn't a Starbucks cup.
Yeah, it's like
someone took the time to draw.
Right, and like they did it, but then it's not like she overheard, or at least like didn't say that she overheard, you know.
Exactly. And that's what pissed me off, because I knew y'all have it as if you want her to be able to hear, or at least the people who are watching this were like, oh, okay, this is going to play a part in the story. Asajj overhears the betrayal plot. No, she don't. She don't hear shit. We're supposed to believe that she was far enough away. She ain't seen. She ain't hear nothing.
That was her bad ear on that side.
that's what it was. That was the trauma. All the trauma sits on one side. Like, that's why she gets her haircut. That's why she gets her haircut that way. You know, like covering the depression.
Oh
the depression.
Yeah, I had to get that in there.
But yeah, that lapse in logic drew me up a wall.
That's funny.
And normally I have like something to like constructively combat you, but I really have nothing. I got nothing this time.
It's them damn mechanical doors all over again. And they're still doing it. They're still doing it, yo. They're still doing it. And I'm like, why? How does this work? It was locked.
Star Wars trope, man. It
was locked. You broke the controls and it opened.
Factory reset.
Which a door's factory setting is open? Like, no. Why would the door's factory default setting be set to open?
Exactly what it is meant to prevent. Because there wasn't a door, it's just a hallway. So
1,000, a nice corridor.
Plot.
Yup, that's what it is, yo. Doors in Star Wars are literal physical manifestations of plot protection.
We need to slow them down by 0.5 seconds.
We cracked the code. We cracked the code. They ran. You know what? Ooh, when they run out of Inquisitors, they put doors.
Smart.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
The 236th like double hinge door. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Yep. We figured it out. Cracked the code.
It's got a deadbolt lightsaber. I got you.
See what you did there.
All right, Rae, what was your bad for this episode?
I couldn't come up with one. I know.
Oh, damn.
I was like, no. See, that's a thing. It wasn't perfect, but like there was nothing that like, even trying to like nitpick, there was nothing that like I could really like find that which is surprising because I'm Rae the Ruiner and I get passionate about real stupid shit. But
they ruined your ruining bit. That's your bad. That's your bad.
Yeah, I like there was nothing that really jumped out as like a like I liked that the plot was so like kind of back and forth. It's like, oh, we're going to do this for you. And then like, oh, we lost that. So it's like, fuck it, get the jet. Like, I don't know. It was so like sloppy in that way that made it like there was a part of me that was like, oh, maybe that could be my bad. But I was like, no, I actually fucked with that. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I was hoping I'd think of one while we were talking, but I was going to say, I'll steal Matt because, I mean, he's not wrong.
There you go.
I was going to say, my bad was the hole in the ball trope used maybe one too many times. Like, even though I love the comedic bit of, like, the stormtrooper, like, being like, oh, no. And then, like, as the thing rolls over him, he, like, doesn't get killed, but then he gets killed right after. Like, I love that, but, like, how many times did they have to go in and out of that hole, like, while the ball's rolling?
That was my ugly.
Yeah, they were supposed to just edge it.
Nah, bro, that roly-poly shit was awesome.
Well, and it also makes sense for, like, her to, like, use it because, like, you know, she has more, like, intuition with it.
No, you know what? So, not my Ugnok was that whole roly-poly sequence. I just thought that shit was amazing. The one part that really, like, fucked me up, and it made up for the lack in logic from before, when she tried to grab the case and missed it, and instead of trying to like go through, just waited for it to come back around the second time. I was like, that was so genius, bro, because I feel like any other time they would have kept trying to reach the shit and like it would get further and further away, but she's just like, oh, it's a spinning ball, it's about to just come, it's gonna come back the other side. Like,
critical thinking.
Look, they used it all for that, and they didn't have enough for earlier.
Logic only can exist one time here, guys. But yeah, the whole heist in it. So, because we love a good Star Wars heist.
Oh,
like,
it doesn't.
This one felt really unique.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like they didn't reinvent the wheel, even though they had the roly-poly, but it's like this one for some reason just felt like really unique. Like even the stealth part at the beginning, when like before they got caught, like felt really unique. Them actually getting caught and the stormtroopers doing the thing that you should do when you catch people. Felt really unique. They all as a team tried to attack. Like, cause I just knew when they had got spotted the first time, they were like knock that one out and back to the stealth. Like that's what I like. But no, they got caught.
Yeah.
Right? And I just thought that was really awesome. So yeah, that roly-poly. The roly-poly. And it reminded me of the roly-poly scene from Pirates of the Caribbean 2, and I love that scene.
Love that. Yeah, it's good.
Anytime
Pirates
I
has
can
been getting a lot of love on this podcast, man. I've been talking, it's been coming up.
Look, man, Jack Sparrow is my spirit animal.
Matt has a jar of dirt. You best believe it.
I do have a jar of dirt, and there's a baby bonsai tree growing in it currently. His name is Door.
For all the doors that are plotting.
No. So I had planted. I wanted to try to grow bonsai trees. Total tangent. Like,
what a crazy thing to want to grow.
I know. But I wanted to try to grow bonsai trees. So I had got like a pack from Amazon that came with like 4 different bonsai trees, and they were red. Like the leaves when bloomed are supposed to be red, blue, green. So I was like, all right, red, blue, green, Alvin, Simon, Theodore, easy. And then I was going to be like, all right, the 4th one, I guess, has to be Dave the dad. But then the 2 greens looked too similar. So I was like,
just called one Theo and one Door. Oh my God, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
You get
so
me.
I got you, dog.
Everyone else I told that story to doesn't appreciate it.
No, I got you, man.
Yeah. So it's Alvin, Simon, Theo, and Door. And then Alvin,
forgotten chipmunk.
And then here comes the plot twist. Here comes the Door part of the convenience. Alvin, Simon, and Theo all died. They didn't make it to just
but Door is left.
They didn't gestate, but Door, he
that factory reset.
Right. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all, and this is just for y'all. But yeah, Door thrives.
I was expecting to be so much bigger than.
Yeah.
No, it's like a baby.
Oh,
I started from scratch.
That's awesome.
No, like that ass started
we're
from
rooting
scratch.
for Door.
Matt, if you ever play like a Star Wars like tabletop role playing game and you don't incorporate Door into your character's name, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
I got you. But yes, apparent fun fact for all you would be green thumbs out there: it takes 3 to 4 to 5 years for bonsai trees to turn into what you see. So I'm in it for the long haul. But I guess I'm glad, like not glad that the other 3 didn't work. But yeah, 4 to 5 years attending for 4 plants, that'd be crazy. And I've never grown a goddamn thing in my life. Never grew a goddamn thing in my life. Except, you know, in 2nd grade, everybody does the caterpillar experiment. But how much work do you really do?
Nothing.
Caterpillar kind of does all the heavy lifting.
All the heavy eating.
Yeah. But yes, roly
so that was your roly-poly was your Ugnaught. That was my. I was the last bad. Correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So we're on to new Ugnaughts. I have down Lots mentions they're stealing Imperial tech for an insurgent group. It was just a nice subtle nod to the fact that like some of the rebel cells were even willing to hire bounty hunters to do like the dirty work or like get done what needed to be done. And all I could think of was like, I wonder if it was like Saul who hired them, right? you know what I mean? Like, so and with Andor just ending, like my mind was there in my rewatch about just, like an insurgent group, like an early rebel cell is like hiring bounty hunters to get their shit. Like, yeah, it had Saul written all over it, but that was my Ugnaught, right?
I was laughing when you guys were talking about the way what's his name crawls, because my Ugnaught is can't decide if bad or good, but I hate the way the droid crawls. It gives like I hate when Grievous fucking crawls, but the droid does it in it's still creepy and gross, and I hate it, but it's like cooler than the way Grievous does. So I was like, I can't decide if I hate it or love it or what it is, but it's something.
I'll tell you why it's cooler, because he's not coughing half the time. So
leave it to Dooku to pick an asthmatic as his apprentice. Good job, bro. This is why you lose.
All right, but now it's time to move on to the 3rd episode, One Warrior to Another. Rae, do you want to give us your good for this one?
Yeah, I don't know why I love the battle droid scarecrows. Like, just that they're, and then of course, you know, effective as always. Like, just like a nice, like, that was a great line. And just literally, like, this house is just surrounded in, like, they're straight up, they're scarecrows. Like, that's like what they are. So
yeah, they were fire.
Yeah, I like that.
That was a cool, nice little nod, especially with like the guy inside being, you know, like a separatist military like leader, or technically a military hero. And if you look at all his medals, right?
Word, putting in that work, putting in
Matt,
that old separatist work.
Hell yeah, you're good. Let me hear it.
So kind of just in line with where that scene was taking place. As a father of 2 very spicy young women, that granddaughter, I like the cut of her jib. I don't know if that was his daughter or his granddaughter. I feel like it was probably his granddaughter, or maybe it could have just been an orphan small child from the war. Who knows? But
she was a mensch.
Yes, she was 1000%. And even her, like, yeah, I can shoot a gun, bro. Like,
dude, the permanent scowl on her face is so good.
Yeah.
They did do a good job of animating that. Yeah,
she was about that life. That whole granddaughter grandfather dynamic, I thought was cool.
Yeah,
just like their take, because it's like I haven't seen a separatist since quite some time, so that was like a cool thing to do. So it's like you kind of forget what their stance on shit was since episode 1. They kind of like faded into the super background. So like to see him having that conversation with Asajj, and like it wasn't on some like straight empirical loyalty. It was just on some like separate, like we just want to be separate from that bullshit like type time. I thought that was like a cool aspect of the war that we never get to see since obviously the Empire won.
Yeah. Well, and they also talk about like it's a perspective that we've not seen before. Like he's like, we were like, obviously we were right, and Ventress like, no one was right. Like
all of that whole scene was fire. So I was like, damn, I would love to see more separatist shit. Like see like what their talk was like. Everything.
I agree. So much so that was my Ugnaught, and you guys said everything I wanted to say about it.
But Tales of the Separatists. Next one.
Hey, you could for sure.
New Gunray episode. Here we come.
Oh, please no on that. Actually, but like maybe a more interesting separatist or something like that. Like whatever happened to
fire.
They're still coming true. But like maybe like Lux Bonter. Well, I guess he kind of like tries to rejoin the Republic after that. But yeah, no, I definitely think it was like super interesting from like the Separatist perspective, and we do get like a little bit of it in the Bad Batch, but not enough. Like I think they could do a whole series about that. And I also feel like a lot of the Separatists became members of the rebellion in some ways. Like when you look at the species that are doing it, like there's a handful from the Republic, but a lot of them are also like there's a reason. Or there used to be like Cassian's like original backstory before they made Andor was actually that his family was Separatists. And so like when he said like I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old, he was like mentioning back to like when his family was fighting against the Republic. Now we know not quite the case actually, but it is a nice little nod there. So sorry, I don't think did I do my good? I don't think I have. I think that was my up nod. So we don't. But for my good, I just want to say that Star Wars is once again adds to its growing roster of awesome chase sequences. This one was like really fun to me. I don't know why. Also, like it kind of like hits on what you guys were saying, like the like daughter being like kids in Star Wars are really competent, and I like that they give. Like when people are making stories and even like for younger characters, like they're still like she's the one who's driving the speeder away. You know what I mean? And like Asajj and like are like defending it. But those little guys too were like very Ewok / Jawa coded for me.
Salamander like, people.
Yeah, I want to see them in more things. Like I thought they were fucking awesome. But it was just cool seeing like not to it wasn't like quite this way, but I think whenever I see like a quarry and there's a bunch of things coming, it was very like Lion King coded of like all of them,
as they start
kind
peeking
of like
out,
coming in, like exactly. So I thought that was like super interesting as well.
Disney's gonna Disney, baby.
Disney be Disney, and that's just how they do it over there. But yeah, it was super fun for me. So that was my good for this episode.
That was all the goods, right? All right?
Yes, sir.
So I have a bad, but it is very contingent on Mikey's knowledge of all things Star Wars. Do you know where in the timeline Asajj's episodes took place? This was before she met up and trained Omega, or after?
And the reason why I know it's after is because at the end of Bad Batch, the stormtroopers weren't in like their stormtrooper armor yet. They were still doing like that prototype TK trooper design. Gotcha. And that is why I know it's after, unless they made an animation mistake. But I'm pretty certain that it takes place after the Bad Batch.
Okay, so then my bad can stay a bad. Okay. I really like the character of Leica. Like him a lot, and unless they plan on doing something later in life, them having him stay with Asajj if he never comes up again is such a waste of a character. Like literally giving her a sidekick and then we'll never see them do like buddy cop shit ever. I feel like it's a monumental waste of time. And my fear was that this was after the Omega situation, because it's like, when are we going to see her again? Like, or like, why would we see her again?
Yeah, it was a very like open-ended arc. Like there's supposed to be more. Yeah.
Right. So that's why I'm like, if this wasn't a thing and it's just like, oh, all right, now she has a living sidekick. Like, because he could have easily just joined the path and just been like Jedi Survivor number 63. Yeah. Like,
which we're allowed to have those, not as many Inquisitors, but like
right, exactly. Like another Survivor of Order 66. Just throw them in the shuffle. Like, yeah, like had it been that, I'd have been cool, and then she could have just went off. But it's like, you're giving her purpose. You're giving her a partner. You're giving her like compelling stories to tell. Yeah. Has to be. So
that's similar to my bad.
I'll be pissed if it's not. Okay,
similar to my bad too. I think we'll just have to.
Yours is a little more eloquent than mine. Mine literally was girl risked her whole life just for the kid to not even get on the ship. She was living her normal security guard train station life. This kid fucked everything up, and she gets into the path, and he doesn't even go. Come on, Leica, you little shit.
Yeah, when he surprised her and like jumped on the thing, I just knew, bro. If that was me, I would have fucked him up.
You better figure out how the fuck to get up there right now.
Yo, facts, yo. Like I would have dropped you back. You better wait till they come back.
And it's like obviously I like it if they do something with it. I love the dynamic, but I'm also just like, what a shithead.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I would have been like, dog, we just almost died 2 seconds ago. For you to be on that ship up there, we just almost died. Like, and you not on that ship, bro. like, nah, I gotta kill you. It's like I don't want to kill you, but
you're making me do this.
You made this decision. like the Force willed you to get on this ship on time, and you just spit in the Force's face, brother. You
don't spit into the wind, comes back at you.
Look, she said that was your destiny. You tempted fate. Last time somebody tempted fate, we had the Empire. I gotta kill.
Says the bitch that was just resurrected.
right. She didn't go after her man. She didn't tempt fate. She's staying away. Away. But that man has glorious hair. She's gonna cave. She's gonna cave one lonely blue milk night.
Yeah, who can resist that yellow nose tattoo?
Yeah.
He doesn't love a line across the face. Matt, for my bad, and obviously a very similar theme to what you guys were saying, but I had to write it down for you specifically. I wrote down, enemies become friends. Everyone's reaching for the journey. Oh, it's all good. But it bothered me that we got hardly any resolution to her story, which is kind of what Rae was saying, and you there should be more. Give me more. I hope they capitalize on it. Laika and Asajj have a cool relationship. Don't leave us hanging here. You guys already said way more than I need to about this subject, but I think across the panel here, we're all asking for more Asajj content.
What would be the point of bringing her into Bad Batch? Confirming that Dark Disciples canon, bringing her into Bad Batch, and then doing this with an open-ended arc if you're not going to do something. Otherwise, either don't bring Dark Disciple into canon, which would have been stupid, or leave her dead.
I'm not going to... I don't want to tangent too hard because we have to get to your guys' Ugnaughts, but how upset, or would you be upset if they end up having their story played out in the upcoming Darth Maul show as their additional characters in that story?
No, we keep saying we're over shows just being a person's name. We don't need an Asajj show. If the story plays out in something else that makes sense, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. And I agree. We don't have to keep giving people stands. It's not the MCU, bro. We don't have to keep giving people shows.
Part of Star Wars
I kind of like when characters show other people. I like when they show. I like when they cross tell stories through other shit. Even though Boba got dealt a raw deal, that was Mandalorian season 3. Essentially, but I thought that was cool. How they did that. But I don't need an Asajj Leica show. What would you? It would probably be called Asajj and Leica. They don't give much creativity with these solo shows.
Just call it Wolf and Cub or something.
Word.
Loth Wolf and something Cub.
Hunger Games.
That's funny.
Some shit.
But hit me with your Ugnaughts. You guys can rock paper scissors over who goes. I don't care.
Rock paper scissors lizard Spock.
Sounds like Matt.
Go ahead. I was like, I don't have anything.
My Ugnaught is the actual journey part of the path. I feel like every time we've seen the path, it's at pretty substantial checkpoints. The big markers, the meetup spots, the hangouts is where we at. So seeing Asajj and Leica actually have to go through. Cause all right, so. For me, when I think of the path, because we've only ever seen it in, like I said, major meeting places, it for me has felt like a very linear path. There's one way to get out of Dodge. It's like the yellow brick road. The path is legit felt like the yellow brick road to me. All right, you got to follow this literal path and get there. But it's more of a guideline. Hey, these are some of the back planets. Pick which one you want. Doesn't really matter. Just go this way. So I was I liked seeing that it is not as secure as like, because Obi-Wan, it seemed like they were like a well-oiled machine. Like, we got this. We're getting thousands of refugees out like cliffs. Like, it don't matter. This ain't. We do this in our sleep. We got Ice Cube's son performing in the back. You know, like the path was a cruise liner by the time Obi-Wan got there. So like seeing that is not done always in a group setting, and sometimes there are stragglers.
Like what we've seen has been very like Underground Railroad, and not so much the actual like road to get to the railroad.
And even that, like, I feel like as kids, like the Underground Railroad was kind of like referred to as like a literal like road.
Literally, when you were explaining this, Matt, I was gonna say Underground Railroad, and then you we're just same wavelength here, guys. Yeah. Crazy.
Bro,
because you're right. As a kid, it was like the Underground Railroad took you from
they
slavery to not slavery. And it's like, that's not what fucking happened. But it's the same thing. It's like the past seems like it's like from the Empire to the rebels, and it's like no, it's a lot.
It's a lot of zigzag movements. It's a lot of not sitting still and just running, like, essentially. But so I thought like seeing the path in action was cool. Still feel like that's the easiest anthology show that you can do. Like Tales of the Path. What?
That'd
Give it to us. Cool. Tales of the Path.
We've been clamoring.
And then you get a fuck ton of Quinlan if you do Tales of the Path. Like, he's got to be the character for one of the arcs.
Gotta be.
That'd be fucking cool.
Gotta be.
Next May.
So many stories
May 26th.
to be told.
Let's go.
Calling it now. Putting it in on FanDuel right now. Like, 14 stepfather parlay.
If we don't hit, I'll get the depression.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny.
I can't think of a much better ending than that.
That's funny.
Like, oh man, was that everybody's everything? Oh no, right?
Nah, my Ugnaught. So my Ugnaught, originally it was the little aliens. I fucking love them. They look like they look like something to me, and I can't figure out what it is. I feel like it's an obscure character in like.
I gotta look at them again because I feel like I said, "Oh, that looks like something."
Yeah, like I can't.
Remember what it is.
They kind of look like they could be in Zootopia.
No, like I literally can like picture what it is that they look like, but I can't like formulate it. But anyway,
I know I'm trying to.
That was originally what it was, but I had then wrote down. I absolutely love like the anti-war messaging in this because it's like it was different than like other like anti-war like shit that you hear. Like literally when he says like, how did they like they can't own the water, and Asajj is like, well, how is that line of thinking like how's that way of thinking like benefited at this point? Like you got like it's not working for anyone. You have to like change your way of thinking, and they had. Like the old guy, like calling them like animals. And it's just, they did such a beautiful job at hitting on like the ignorance that goes into war and fighting and like, and the type of mindset of like the old guy and everything. And I just really loved the way that they kind of presented it all. Yeah.
Damn, Rae, you got real.
I feel like that episode really does. And then, when they leave, then Laika's like, well, what if they, we got them to be, or like, I don't know, whatever he says. And Asajj is like, yeah, but who knows, like tomorrow, like it could just go right back to it. And like, that's a sad truth. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like it was like simple, but complex at the same time. The way, like they simplified the complexity of, hatred and war and like all that stuff. So yeah, so I thought that was cool.
Yeah, even like, and I feel like to double down with what you just said, having like the former Sith apprentice be the one that's championing for peace.
Yeah,
like, it's like a circle moment. It's like this is somebody who was like forced to fight, like her whole life, and it's like, oh, now it's like we can fight if we want to, but I don't want to. Like,
well, it's like, and it's so Asajj is a character who just carried so much hate with her, and for her to kind of like I think the thing that like why I feel so strongly about liking that she's a gray character is that it's not so much that she has changed her tune to the tone of, oh, like we have to be like the change you want to see in the world. She's just like, I'm so tired of hating. Like having that type of negative energy is just so like draining that she just doesn't have room in her life for it anymore. And that's beautifully like a very real way. It just wouldn't be like an episode if we didn't have some sort of
without you blowing our ears.
Oh my goodness! I was just saying.
Oh, we know.
I guess I came in
what you're
hot.
saying.
All right, a whisper.
Oh, we heard what she said.
Okay. I was just saying, that it wouldn't be an episode of Annie, Are You Okay? if we didn't have a technical difficulty.
Say popsicles.
Popsicle.
You sound like Mr. Herbert.
Oh, Chris. Da 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 da.
Oh man.
Da, 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 da.
No, the best one was when he finally had snapped that one day. He's like, bring your fat He had enough. Oh man. But yeah. Like from that
yeah, what we don't know what you're saying.
Peace.
Oh, we was just saying that like if you like hopefully people who've been carrying a lot of hate and anger in their lives eventually are able to come to peace with it and let that go. That was the end of my point there. So it cut out a really
when she also got a second chance at life, which
literally
true.
So that could be it too.
Look at her choosing to make the best of it. Anybody else would have poo-pooed it away. Like, life again, life's Smythe.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. But yeah. But I mean, shit, we'll see if she makes something of herself. Who knows?
Asajj and Leica.
Right.
Oh, I also really liked when she was out of water and he handed her his water bottle and it was like, oh, this is so nice. And then he was also out of water. And I was like, that's pretty good. I like it.
Which was because the first time they did that, didn't she like splash him with the water? I was like, so wasteful. Like, what are we doing?
In like the desert?
Like I feel like when she went this at the end, I have to go back and watch it. But I feel like at the end when she did the thing and it was only like a little bit left, she like threw the rest at him. Like I feel like it was like a splashback. Yeah. I gotta check again. I gotta check.
You're right. Yeah.
But I feel like she went to do it and nothing came out, and then she like squirted the last little bit in his face. And I was like, bro, you could have. Wasn't you thirsty? Weren't you thirsty? like, A, that's his backwash. Like, it's the bottom of the bottle for one.
Anyone with kids or nieces or anything knows that's a freaking backwash.
And both of my kids, not one of my kids, both of my kids are like fucking bow off signs and leave half drinking bottles of water all over the house. And because I refuse to pour out pretty good water, I got to drink floaty water all the time. Like, I'll probably say 30% of my substance is probably like a bottle of water that got some shit in it. Like,
anytime my nieces are like, "Can I have a sip of your water bottle?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's yours now." Bye.
Yeah, you gotta do the shit where you put the finger over the cup, so you can catch it.
Say, Matt, you could be watering door with that, dude.
I don't want to give them the floaties. nutrients. Take me. Leave the plant. Take me.
Oh,
Here lies Matt. He sacrificed himself for a bonsai tree.
All for door. I held the door.
There you go.
You did Hodor.
Double entendre. Don't ask me.
I won't ask. I'm not asking.
Gets the people going.
Well, that has been the Asajj coverage for Tales of the Underworld from the Annie, Are You Okay team. Rae, thanks as always for joining us. We love having you here. And we'll be bringing her back on for other Tales content because, she likes to lean into her Star Wars animation bag as well as her Ahsoka bag. She's
You're not coming back for
20
you're not coming back for a Cad Bane. I'm saying it on.
Oh no, yes.
All right.
Yeah, no. 23-year-old Rachel would be like, "Who the fuck are you watching animation? Crazy."
Look at growth.
It was one of my best. Like, okay, just hear me out. And now she's
I have Ahsoka tattoo.
Ahsoka
Crazy
tattoo on her arm.
Crazy.
I support all of this. And who say you can't turn into a nerd?
I was a nerd, just not an animation nerd.
Never said. There you go. Who said you can't turn into an
animation nerd?
And I'm
still not an anime nerd. It's like that, like middle ground.
True. She said Western only, apparently.
Merc.
No.
She said, I know, right? No.
Don't put that on me.
She said, I am a sovereign state to myself.
I am a separatist. I do not claim this country.
Facts. The separatists were right. We should have listened.
Well, the orange guy is not too far off.
They said senators do not have that excellent of hair. He's getting his funds from somewhere else. Like we got to look into it. Look into that man's books. Where he getting them robes from? That's 1,000 thread count silk robes. Where he getting them robes from on a senator's budget? Some ain't right.
Yeah.
All the signs were there, bro. We just weren't looking for the right things. That's all. You gotta follow the money. You always gotta follow the money. And for some reason,
clan.
You know what it is? I don't know why, but I just feel like Qui-Gon was a Jew. That's why he had to go. Because he would have been like, the money ain't adding up, guys. The money ain't adding up. The money ain't right. He said, Obi-Wan. What about the robes?
They said, you're on this council, but we don't grant you the rank of Mensch. And he was like...
He said, that boy Sheev is a Meshuggah. What's going on? Like, why is no one looking into what's going on over there? Like, have you seen his office? His whole office is velvet. And no one thought that was fishy? Red velvet. His whole office is red velvet. And no one thought that was fishy.
His office is edible. You can eat it.
My man got red and black motif themes throughout his entire domain. And no one felt that was weird. Like, nobody.
It's fucking funny.
Right in front of us.
All right, go ahead, Mike. Nope. He's like, I've been trying to shut this down. Let's go.
I know.
That's the problem, is that Matt's
every
the one
time we get together,
Matt's the one who initiates the outro, so I can't. I just said close this bad boy out.
No,
yeah,
brother,
that's the initiation.
you didn't do the thing. You didn't close the. You didn't tell people where to find us. You didn't tell them to follow the pod.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram.
Matt, is he muted for you again?
Okay, pod.
I don't think it's over yet. No, I'm kidding.
I got so concerned. I was like, no, Mike. Come back.
This is the Grey Hoodie Gang is my least favorite team up. You know what it is? It's always teamed up against me.
It's because we're unleashed. We're not wearing the gray hoodies. That's what keeps us in check.
Yeah, freaking 91 degrees outside.
Right.
It is the Force unleashed right now. I can't believe it.
I see what you did there.
Is it a double entendre? You're not allowed to ask me about it.
I won't ask you out. I will not ask you out.
All right. You can also check us out on TikTok, which we are going to try and post more often on. We're just, dealing. Matt and I are doing a lot of stuff in the background because we are working on something special that people will know about in the near future, but we don't have exact dates for you. So
we're excited.
Just keep an eye out for our other podcast endeavors. A wink, a nod, a nudge, nudge. And Matt, why don't you close this bad boy out for us?
Well, Animaniacs, it's like we say here, in a galaxy not so far away. For all my inquisitive children out there asking all the right questions, it could be who, it could be what, it could be how, it could be where, it could be there, but you know where it can't be? Here, right here. Yeah, here is where it cannot be. Here is where you will not come. You will not come here. Or it could be Rae. Life can be
The ruiner.
The ruiner. Life can be a ruinous beach. But you guessed it. As long as there's no sand, Anakin, Anita Skywalker, it's gonna be okay.
B-O-K. May the force be with you guys.
And with you. Later, nerds.
Bye.
Bye.